Hey friends, this is Sketched and I'm Marla. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are drawing seashells. Okay, so today we're drawing seashells, and the reason why I picked this is because I was thinking about the beach, and I love the beach in the winter. It is so beautiful and just the opposite of what the beach is in the summer. In the winter, the beach is very bluey gray, it's very quiet, and there's something very like romantically sad about it. It's so beautiful. And so that inspired me to draw seashells today. And I will say that it's a little more difficult than what I have done before. I practiced a lot for this one, and there really isn't an easy workaround for drawing seashells other than to just sit with it and practice and just keep trying until you get a feel for the shapes, because the shapes have so many are actually pretty complex. And there is a geometry and a math to all these shapes, but then they're also in nature, and so there still is that organic, living, imperfect quality to them. And that combination makes it difficult. You can't easily just say, okay, do this and you'll get it right every time. You just have to study it. So it turns out finding seashells is pretty easy. If you go to any store just about, and if you go to the home goods section where like the decorating stuff for your home is, if you go to the craft store, there are so many shells and there's so many like colors and shapes to pick from. I'm just gonna share a few of them here today. There's this one that I showed at the beginning. There's this guy. There's the starfish and this shape, and then there is this guy it's one of my favorites. I'm definitely drawing that one. So I picked out some shapes and that had like beautiful colors and just like textures, and kind of arranged them all together, and I'm really excited for this video. So let's get started. Okay, so to get started here, I'm just taking a very light pencil, like a 2H pencil, and I'm very loosely sketching in all of the shell shapes. And I'm doing this just to get a sense of the placement and a loose sense of what the shapes will look like. I'm not yet really putting in definite shapes. I'm just kind of sketching it out to get a sense of how I want everything placed and whether everything is looking correct. And as I go through here, I'm just really slowly starting to put in more definite details. What I decided to do for this drawing is just to focus on each shell one at a time and get everything drawn out and then just move across the paper. And I'm doing this partially because I'm left-handed, and as I draw, I'm gonna smear all of the pencil and the color pencil across the paper, and so I wanted to make sure not to do that for this, since there's kind of so much to talk about and so much detail and things to see while I'm working. What I'm doing is I'm taking a very light pencil, like I said, like a 2H and a 4H, and I'm just adding in the layers very slowly and in a very controlled way. For something like this clamshell, I'm starting at the very edge and putting in a hint of lines, and then I'm going to the base of the shell and adding in those lines. And as I start shading, I bring those lines up so that there's more control, and this also adds the rounded dimension and shape of the shell overall. As I'm going through here and starting on the other shells, I'm just going back and forth to get the lines the way I want them. It actually took quite a bit of time. This whole drawing took like 3.5 hours to do, so what that averages out to is about half an hour a shell. And I also did a lot of practice for this. Part of that practice was just looking at the shells and looking at the shapes and the details. And I would say that I studied these shells just looking at them and observing them probably as much as I spent actually drawing them and actually working out what it is to draw each of these. And that's really important to do, because when you are able to just stop and look at the shapes, it lets your eyes relax and break down each of the lines as opposed to just looking at it as one complete shape. You get to see and observe what each individual line will be and what the specific shape and what the details are. And with each of these, I'm using the same technique of using a very light pencil and going through and building up the shading. And this is so that way, if there's a line or a detail that I didn't quite like or that isn't my preference, then I don't have to go through and necessarily erase it. I can just kind of move that around or shift that detail with the next layer of shading. And then I'm using like an HB pencil to add darker, more defined elements, but again, not really harsh lines when I'm making the shape of the piece. I'm going through and I'm starting a new shell and I'm adding the basic shape with pencil in, and then I'm going through with color. And when I color this with the color pencils, it's very similar to how I'm shading with graphite pencils, which is that I'm building up the layers, and I'll start with a very light color pencil as the base, like this very light creamy color. So that way when I put the darker colors over that, they kind of blend together. It isn't just a harsh line. It kind of starts to look smooth and a bit more blended. And also this gives you the opportunity, if there's a line or a color you didn't quite like, you have that base layer of like waxy color that you can kind of, it makes it so you can move the colors around on the paper a little easier. You didn't just commit to the darkest level of color and now you can't really move it around. You are able to kind of blur these out and blend them a little bit as you go through with different levels of color, and just draw it very slowly. Just draw what you're observing and what you're seeing, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just observing what these shapes are and what the colors are, and putting my best interpretation of that on the paper. And it's always, each time I practiced this, it was always kind of a surprise as to what it was going to end up looking like. And that's really, I would say, probably the biggest piece of like advice I would say for drawing this is just let this also be a surprise, because it's very difficult to draw these. And as you're going along, when you get started, because so much like patience is needed, it's also, for me at least, it was very difficult not to get very anxious and wonder if this was going to turn out okay. Like even as I'm sitting here filming the video, I was like, is this going to look okay? Like, is this going to turn out? And I had to just tell myself to be patient and just observe what I'm looking at, observe these shapes, and just draw them as honestly as I can, as honestly as I see them. And then just build up the layers. Again, like if there's something that didn't like quite work out right as I was drawing this, by building up these layers, I was able to go through and just make small adjustments to correct it the way I wanted. So for something like this clamshell with the colors, I did what I did with the pencils, which was I started at the top edge of the clamshell and drew in the lines the way I saw them. I didn't extend them fully to the base. And then I went to the base and started drawing those lines upward. And as I put in the layers, I started to connect them up a little higher each time. This was for two things. This was for control and dimension. It was also, the third thing, it was also just for like confidence, to be confident that I was actually, this was going to look the way I wanted it to look, as opposed to committing to the final lines all at once. So I'm going through and I'm getting started here on this swirled shell. I would say this was probably, for some reason, I thought this was probably one of the most difficult pieces to draw, and I thought it would actually be the easiest. And I think that was why it ended up being difficult for me, is because I took for granted what the shape was as opposed to really studying the shape. There are many things in nature and in like computer produced, and even like hair can have like a very swirly shape similar to this shell. And so I kind of had an assumption about what it would look like. And I kept having to tell myself, like, just stop and look at it and really observe what I'm drawing. Like, I just need to focus on what this actually is, as opposed to what it looks like in my mind or what I think it should look like. And then it was very helpful to make it look more realistic or more true to what the actual shell was. As I go through here now and I'm creating this pattern on this conch shell, this is me kind of having fun with it. I'm not trying to get the exact pattern. I'm not trying to do this like exactly. I want to give the impression of the pattern. And I'm doing that by laying in a base layer of white color and then putting layers of different colors on top of that and kind of switching out between the white and a color and the white to blend it, and then putting more color on top of that. And that's how those colors kind of get sandwiched in between that white layer, and it looks a little blurry, it looks dimensional, and it gives the impression of the pattern that the actual shell has, because it would be very difficult to just draw that exactly. And giving kind of the impression of it is can be just as good, can have the same effect. And so now I'm going through the starfish, and this one was really interesting. I thought this would maybe be one of the hardest things, but once I got started, and I think because I was worried that it was going to be so difficult, it forced me to really look at it and really pay attention to the lines. And that's my biggest tip for these, is just really observe what the actual shapes are, and don't focus on how complicated it is. Just go line by line and draw very slowly and very patiently as you go along. And that is it. This was so fun to do. I appreciate you watching. Definitely subscribe to my channel, and I would love to hear from you. This is Sketch Dirt, and I'm Marla. Bye!